So it's been a couple of days that we've been kind of stuck here because the weather has just been absolutely horrific outside. So even though we're in Great Harbor Cay, there's not really much we can do by going on land. So instead what we've been doing has been super productive with working on our game.
I just sent you 35 TikToks.
I just sent you 50 TikToks.
We have been doing some boat projects.
Oh, that's how you make short toast pastry.
We have been learning languages.
Ooh, cat videos. I'm sending all of them.
And just generally, getting things done while we have this downtime.
Maybe I should grow a beard.
So, yeah, it's been a good couple days.
Oh, another day of more clouds. But it's calm, it stopped raining, so off to town we go.
All right, feel much better after cleaning everything up and ready to go.
Oh, sure. Well, that was nice. Actually, the sun is actually out, so I need my sunglasses.
I shall put on my sunglasses as well. There we go.
Well, that was nice and coincidental. We actually met up with the dock master here, and he helped us show us where the trash is, and also told us that the boat that we saw coming in was the mail boat, which contains all the supplies and everything. So the supermarket should be restocked today, and we'll get our fill of whatever the island has to offer. And until then, we just walk around and get to know, what's the name of the town?
Bullock's Harbor.
Bullock's Harbor. Get to know Bullock's Harbor.
Okay. We have gotten a bunch of shopping done. We are now going to pick up and head east. Might go to Exuma's, might just head to the east side of the island, but the entire anchorage emptied out, and we agree with them. It's not going to be a good night to stay here, so off we go.
It's amazing the decisions you make when you're hungry versus when you're full. And also, before you talk to other sailors and after you talk to other sailors. We went through this sort of crisis on our way to see the blue hole of, are we here at the wrong time? They're leaving, should we leave? I'm really exhausted of, the cloudy days, should we leave? And we went to town, got everything we needed, came back, and now with some food in us, I was like, this is crazy. We're here, it's gorgeous, the sun's already out for today. I just got ketchup on me. Let's just enjoy the berries and let's just enjoy the time that we have here, and we'll get to the Exumas when we get to the Exumas. But yeah, always be full and don't talk to other sailors before making your own decisions, because it all goes wonky in there.
We are sailing. Unfortunately, we're not sailing very quickly, even though there is about 12 knots of wind right now, which should mean we could do something like maybe 5 or 6. We are only doing 3. Honestly, I think it's mostly down to the fact that we just don't know what we're doing yet when it comes to sailing, and we're not quite sure how to diagnose when we're going slowly. Honestly, I think it'll come with time, but right now it's still a bit frustrating that we can't figure it out. now making 6 knots after we've kind of tightened everything up. I think our main sheet, our outhaul, and our jib sheet were all too loose. So we've tightened all that up. We're going to see if that's enough of an angle to the wind that we can continue sailing like this. But much better.
There's Coco Keys with all of its cruise ships. I count 3 and there's another one coming behind us. To whoever made this, by the way. It fits like a glove, like a really tight glove. But we're anchored up, and it's really funny because on our way there was a boat that we could see from far away that was sailing with us, and we were called today and we were like, "Are you a Caliber?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, we're a Caliber too." So we're anchored right next to a Caliber in the Bahamas. We found one. It's always really exciting to find a boat of your make and model basically close to it. But we're gonna pack up. Maybe we'll go say hi. We may have some dinner, but I'm glad that we got here. The anchorage is still a little bouncy. It's not fantastic, but it's better than where we were. So I'm hoping for a good night's sleep tonight. Last night was, again, a very rough, rolly time. I don't think either of us slept very well. And even now, the wind has died down a little bit, but it's still very, very rolly. So I think it's time we got out of here and onto a safer anchorage. We do keep picking spots that are, you know, rolly and not what we thought were well protected, but that's kind of part of the learning process. We won't always have a marina to run to or a hurricane hole to run to. Sometimes we have to make best with what we have, and this is the best anchorage we had for last night. So hopefully the one we picked for tonight is going to be a little bit calmer. But time to get the anchor up.
So we're trying out something that we see other people do all the time, which is get their mainsail out just as they are unanchoring to give some stability in these rough conditions. Hopefully it doesn't drive us forward in ways we don't expect. So we'll try unanchoring with that. Whew. Okay. Our windlass is having some issues. It's the thing that gets our anchor up. We can get it up basically to level with the boat, but then it gets stuck. We actually saw something on the panel that says that the wiring is having a fault with the up motor, so we are going to have to investigate that. But we're able to use a winch to manually get the anchor up, and good for now. Hopefully you can see behind me we have the jib out and not the main. Well, you might not be able to see the main out, but some of our friends recommended when we're going downwind to just try the jib. So far it seems to be working pretty well. There's between 15 and 20 knots of wind today. So we've got the jib fully out. We're doing about 6 knots, and yeah, it's pretty good. Happy with that.
When you're lost and no one's there, and you wonder who even cares, oh, come back to your breath, don't drift away from me.
We had a great night's sleep here. It was really, really calm and really beautiful. Waking up this morning, it's also really nice around here. It's time to go. The wind is going to be going from south to west to north in about 24 hours, and there is nothing around here that we are deep enough to tuck into. So we are raising anchor and heading off to Eleuthera for more protection.
We can fly away from here.
hello, Eleuthera. I think it is gorgeous, the little that we've seen so far from the boat. The first striking thing are all the trees. Coming from the Abacos, we kept just seeing these destroyed islands with the tops of trees missing, but here everything is lush still. So I think that's the first sort of big change that we noticed, but it's too bad we couldn't do sort of an in-depth, let me do this at the same time so we get this done. It's too bad we couldn't do an in-depth tour of the berries, but we'll be back and we'll definitely go to the Andros. We are not missing a chance to... Oh, I did it! Okay. We're not missing a chance to dive the tongue of the ocean, but it's gonna have to wait. But for now, let's see what Eleuthera has to offer.